The basketball world was shocked. In the middle of the 2024-2025 season, Luka Doncic sensationally traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. But who is behind this shocking deal? Who is this guy that's already being called one of the greatest European players in history? Luka Doncic isn't just a basketball player, he's a phenomenon. From the youth squads of Union Olimpija to his stellar moments at Real Madrid, from the NBA draft to leading the Dallas Mavericks, and now a new twist of fate with the Lakers. Get ready for a story full of ups, downs, and unbelievable basketball genius, the story of Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic's story begins in picturesque Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia. Here, on February 28, 1999, a boy was born who was destined to become one of the greatest European basketball players. Oh, his parents are Mirjam Poterbin, a beauty salon owner, and Sasha Doncic, a professional basketball coach and former player. His mother is Slovenian, his father is a Slovenian of Serbian descent from Kosovo. Basketball was in Luka's blood from birth, as his father was deeply immersed in this world. Although Luka's parents divorced when he was only 8 years old, both of them had a huge impact on his life. Custody was granted to his mother, but his father continued to play an important role in his upbringing, especially in sports. Hard to believe, but according to his family, Luka first touched a basketball when he was just 7 months old. And by the age of 1, a miniature basketball hoop already adorned his room, with which he played for hours. It seems fate itself was guiding him towards basketball. In his childhood, Luka tried various sports, including football. But as he himself admitted later, he had to quit football because he grew too fast. Basketball, it seems, was destined for him by nature itself. At the age of 7, Luka began playing organized basketball at a primary school in Ljubljana. And here, one of the key traits of his character manifested itself: the desire to compete with the best and be the best. His opponents in training were guys 3 or even 10 years older. As Luka recalled, "I was always training and playing with older kids who had much more experience than me. Many of them were bigger and faster than me too, so I had to beat them with my brain." Even at a young age, Luka had his idols in basketball. One of them was the Greek player Vasilis Spanoulis. Luka admitted that he was simply enchanted by his game. As a sign of respect for Spanoulis, Luka even chose the number 7 at Real Madrid. Later, Luka also began to admire LeBron James, like many young basketball players of his generation. Thus began the story of Luka Doncic, a boy from Ljubljana whose first steps in basketball were full of perseverance, passion, and even then incredible talent. Ahead of him lay the path to youth teams, and then a dizzying rise in European and world basketball. When Luka turned 8, his father began playing for his hometown club Union Olimpija. It was then that Luka's talent was truly noticed. Grega Brezovac, the coach of Olimpija's youth academy, invited Luka to practice with kids his age. But just 16 minutes into his first practice, it became clear this kid was head and shoulders above his peers. The coaching staff immediately moved Luka to the 11-year-old group. And from the very next practice, he started primarily training with Olimpija's under-14 team. An 8-year-old training with 14-year-olds. But league rules only allowed Luka to play for the under-12 team. And even there, he was coming off the bench against opponents 3-4 years older. Unbelievably, despite not being able to play for the under-14 team, Luka constantly asked to attend their practices even when the coach told him to stay home. His passion for basketball and his desire to grow were already immense. In September 2011, as part of Olimpija, Luka traveled to the prestigious Vasas Intesa San Paulo Cup Youth Tournament in Budapest. And there, despite his team finishing in second place, Luka was recognized as the tournament's most valuable player MVP. February 2012 became a turning point. Luka was noticed by scouts from Real Madrid and invited to the Minicopa Endesa, the Spanish youth club tournament for under-14s. Luka played on loan for Real and simply amazed everyone. Averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, almost 3 assists, and 3 steals per game. And again the MVP award of the tournament, even though Real again finished second. But that wasn't the main thing. Madrid was captivated by the talent of the young Slovenian. Already in April 2012 at the Lido di Roma tournament for under 13 teams, Luka, playing for Olimpija, once again became MVP and the top scorer with an incredible 34.5 points per game. In the semifinal against Victoria Fermo, he scored 29 points and 15 rebounds. And in the final against Lazio, he simply exploded 54 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. A triple-double in the final of a youth tournament, 13 years old. It was something unbelievable. Already in April 2012 at the Lido di Roma tournament for under 13 teams, Luka, playing for Olimpija, once again became MVP and the top scorer with an incredible 34.5 points per game. In the semifinal against Victoria Fermo, he scored 29 points and 15 rebounds. And in the final against Lazio, he simply exploded 54 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. A triple-double in the final of a youth tournament at 13 years old. In the 2014-2015 season, Luka played mainly for Real Madrid's under-18 team and the reserve team. He averaged 13.5 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, helping the team win their group in Liga EBA, the 4th division of Spanish basketball. The 2016-2017 season marked Luka Doncic's entry into professional basketball with Real Madrid. On September 30th, 2016, in a game against Unicaja, he made his official debut. 19 minutes on the court, 6 points and 4 assists, a confident start for a 17-year-old. Just a few days later, on October 3rd, Luka stepped onto the court against an NBA team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, in preseason game. And again, he didn't falter. 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists against future NBA stars. It was a new level of challenge, and Luka accepted it with readiness. On December 22, 2016, Luka delivered another impressive performance against German bros Bamberg. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. And then it happened. Historic recognition. Luka Doncic becomes the EuroLeague round MVP at 17 years old. But Luka Doncic's real ascent happened in the 2017-2018 season. The injury of Real Madrid's leader, Sergio Llull, right before the start of the season, opened new horizons for Luka. He had to take on the role of team leader, and he was ready. On December 8, 2017, Luka once again updated his career record, scoring 33 points in a game against Greek Olympiacos. He leads Real to victories, striking with his mature game and leadership qualities, despite his young age. On March 30, 2018, Luka demonstrates his clutch factor, sinking a game-winning three-pointer in the last second of the game against Crvena Zvezda. 24 points and 9 rebounds in that game, just confirmation of his leadership ambitions. But that's not all. At the end of the 2017-2018 season, Luka Doncic is recognized as the EuroLeague MVP, the youngest MVP in the history of the tournament. He also becomes the EuroLeague Rising Star for the second time in a row and the ACB Best Young Player, as well as the ACB MVP, leading Real to the championship in Spain. The 2017-2018 season is Luka Doncic's triumph, his MVP season. On June 29, 2018, Luka Doncic officially says goodbye to Real Madrid. His European chapter of history is completed on a triumphant note. The NBA thus ended the European stage of Luka Doncic's career. He left Europe not just as a star, but as a legend of youth and European basketball, leaving an indelible mark on the history of Real Madrid. Ahead of him lay a new challenge, conquering the NBA.